welcome to Lovely Twin 22. Vanessa here speaking, and today we have another pick a card reading, and this is your career during the quarantine. This is requested to me by Saint Gabriel the Archangel. It is because a lot of people wants to know what will happen to their career, and some people stopped their career and start on either business or online job. The angels say it's important for the people right now to know about their career, about the changes, if it will benefit them or not. That's why Archangel Gabriel say that I have to put up this video because it is important and people needs it. The angels say out of this moment of struggles that's happening in the world. The angels say to me that right now, have faith in God and trust the process, the angels say, and some of you need healing work to do. So take the quarantine as healing and lessons how important life is, the angels say, especially if you struggle with money. It's now time to wake up to see that, what money can bring to the table, because the angels say some people usually use their money for own benefits, or there's certain things that we don't need, like example like what we collect, or materialistic things that we don't really need. And the angels say it's important during these days of trouble that we must learn the lessons in life, the angels say, and focus on what we need to do now to change, the angels say, and to change the atmosphere of what you're been going through or your struggles. The angels say there's important things that you need to pay attention of rather than just ranting in social media about what your government will say, etc. The angels say during this time, take a break, relax, take a moment to contemplate about your own life, about your desires, and let go of worldly needs, worldly desires. And if ever you're being called on to do creative stuff, you may benefit for it in the future. The angels say, know what to invest and which project you need to invest on, the angels say. And what's important is during the retrograde, it is time for us to contemplate which path to go and what needs to change. And then after the retrograde is the best time for us to start new beginnings, the angels say. Because during the retrograde we are cleansed and we realize what is important, and we realize as well which we need to focus on and which doesn't serve us, the angels say. If it's something to do with money matters, the angels say, this quarantine or this season is helping us to realize about the importance of saving money, and for us to know that, we shouldn't be materialistic, the angels say, because some people are still a type wherein, they crave for material things, material gain. The angels say there's some certain things that money can't buy, and we need to appreciate at least that we have been given some time to be with our family, to spend some time with them, because whenever we are busy, we don't have time for them. Is there anything else? They said what's important is, the angels say, during this period of loneliness, we are getting aware of our spiritual journey or our path in general, because some people take action right away without even thinking. So, is there anything else? They said, relax, have faith in God. Like, even though you're job, your business was put on hold, or some companies request bankruptcy, the angels say, or file for bankruptcy, things will go flow or well, but not within this time, but in the future. Just don't give up your faith, the angels say, and things will go well one day. And start planning, because some people forgot to plan. And the angels say it's important to plan, especially in our lives. But if things didn't go well when you planned, you can rewrite again, the angels say, or start a new beginning. It's important for us to take courage, because if we lose our courage, we lose our will to survive, the angels say. Is there anything else? The angels say the important lessons here is to learn something from the quarantine. If you haven't learned it, the angels say, you will find yourself in deep depression or contemplation, because the heaven is pushing you to analyze things in a deeper level, the angels say. Is there anything else? The angels say that's it. So anyway, guys, we got 4 piles here. Number 1 is the Hermit. Number 2 is 2 of Pentacles. Number 3, Queen of Swords. Number 4 is the 5 of Cups. Choose wisely. Don't base it on your ego, or else it may not resonate. Take some time to contemplate and let the cards call on to you. But if no card is calling in, don't force yourself, because probably it's not meant for you, or it may not resonate, or in some cases you're blocked from knowing because the heaven wants you to learn something first. That can be. So don't force yourself, especially in pick a card readings, because there are some cases that, you know, those piles there doesn't resonate at all, especially if your intuition is showing you a different number that's not a part of the pick a card reading. So pay attention to the signs, pay attention to your intuition, pay attention to your heart, the angels say. Is there anything else? They said that's it. So anyway, guys, just post the video if you're not yet ready, and I'll proceed now with number 1. Hi guys, for those who chose number 1, which is the Hermit card, here is your reading. So we'll see about your career during the quarantine, and suddenly I can't hardly speak, but we'll see why. So you got a happy card, and I feel like you want to change it, and I'm feeling like for the happy I want to turn this in either way. I feel like you're in deep contemplation about heartache, betrayal for some, and I feel like there's even fight at your house, but we'll see with your Dixit cards. Angels and guides, please provide guidance for the cards so we may know about the career of those who chose number 1 during the quarantine. So I feel like during this season, I feel like you encounter a lot of heartaches in your life, and you realize some things or certain things that you need to change in order to achieve success one day. And I feel like some of your friends doesn't really want to talk to you, because I feel like you did something wrong, or people think that you're not really doing very well, and I feel like they left you alone so they may be able to make you realize the importance of your life. It's not basically that they are your false friends, but I feel like they want you to be alone to contemplate. They don't want to bug you, because I feel like even them, they are facing struggles in life, not only you. And I feel like they also want to be understood by you. The angels say, it could be some of you are longing for someone to talk to, but then the angels say they also struggle during this quarantine, especially during Venus retrograde. When this Venus retrograde is around May 13 up to June 25, and it makes us contemplate about our relationships, not always about partners in relationships, but also connections like in friendship or family, and even at work. So we'll see with your tarots. Angels and guides, please provide guidance for the cards so we may know about the career of number 1. The angels told me that basically you need to pray to God to be closer to Him during this moment. Because I feel like some of you are losing your mind already because of this deep contemplation, especially if you can't handle your emotions correctly. And then one more they tell. So anyway, this is the overall energy that's affecting the reading. So what is the outcome? I feel like you feel like an outcast at home, or could be in career, can be, or with your friends even, like no one wants to talk to you. But we will see. We'll clarify the cards. But it doesn't mean that they are not your true friends, they say. What's important is you move on in some connections that doesn't serve you, the angels say. Angels and guides, please provide guidance for the cards so we may know what's behind the cards presented here. Please help us clarify so we may be able to understand. I feel like most who tune into number 1 is kind of like an airy vibe. That's what I'm sensing here. And I feel like you're fearful of these changes that has been happening. And some of you are earth signs that are not really wanting change. You want stability. You want a forever relationship, or even business venture can be, or career. But things have to change. But I feel like those who chose 1, you are meant to experience changes. They shift, the angels say. You will see that in this reading. So anyway, this is the overall energy that's affecting the reading. So the angels say what's important is you'll be aware and open for whatever the heavens brings you to the table, because by this reading, they will open your eyes that sometimes, career change can shift you into something great, the angels say. Now, what I want you to do, I feel like you guys have this calling of being out there in public. Could be public speaking, could be you are meant to be teachers, online teaching can be something of talking with a lot of people. But I feel like though you know where you're going at, but I feel like you're not happy about it. Like you're hesitant and you think negatively, and that's when the drama happens, the angels say. Now, first card that you got is Caught in the Ruins. What I have here is that you're someone who changed the career or the job, the angels say. I feel like you have a job before, but it was gone now, or what do you call this? It was dissolved, could be because of bankruptcy of that company, and so forth. So I feel like the one that was sent to you is from God. I feel like some of you have this calling, but you still want this job that you're looking at. You're browsing your options in terms of career. I feel like you don't want to follow your calling, for you thought that will be toxic because you are required to work in groups. Not basically in groups, but you are really meant to be kind of like a leader for everyone, like a teacher, a preacher, or could be the reader even. So that's what you're afraid of. So I feel like, your enemy here, number 1, is your fears. Your anxiety. Could be you're not used in working by groups, or you're not used in speaking in public. That can be. Now the next is Archangel Gabriel, or for some of you could be teachers in the past, or you experience such heartbreak in teaching, that's why you don't want it anymore. Just like what resonates, number 1. So I feel like you're ignoring what the heaven is wanting for you to do. Because I feel like you're focused on trying yourself to be happy. I feel like you're ignoring to be in contemplation, to think about it. Okay, about the offer of God for you. So you're currently enjoying your life with your family, or doing something that uplifts your vibration. And I feel like you're walking away from your path. That's what I'm sensing. And you're waiting for could be online application and so forth, or another job. I feel like during this season you're finding a job online, and I feel like you're put your guard up against the will of God for you. And some of you are struggling with money because you just lose a job and you're into budgeting. That's why you're struggle in finding a new job. So with the Akashic field in reverse, I feel like what the heaven wants you to do now is to heal. And I feel like you need also to observe your talent, your skill. I feel like some of you haven't discovered it yet. That's why you doubt this gift of heaven from you, of what you're being called on to do. So I understand you guys, especially if you're really in fear of speaking. The angels say, no wonder why at the beginning of your reading, I find it hard to speak to you guys, okay? It means that some of you, your throat chakra is blocked, or you haven't discovered yet your talent in speaking. So if ever that's the case situation, I'll tell you that at first it's hard, but once that you step into your comfort zone, or into what God asked you to do, at first, you can find the words to express, but then when you get used to it, it is easy. Okay, it's like you in training. And I feel like, if ever you have confidence issues in terms of your grammar, speech, what I can advise you guys is to read books every day. Try to read 1 chapter per day. And speak it out orally and not on your mind. That's what I'm gonna suggest you guys, because I feel like you haven't discovered yet. That's why, you're not really passionate about what God wants for you to do. And I feel like your heart knows, and I feel like your heart is sad that you're not listening to your intuition and to your calling. And remember that God communicates to you through your heart. And I feel like if ever you have in fear of teaching or being in groups, you have to heal yourself. You have to purge the pain. And I feel like you're really ignoring to contemplate. But I feel like you know what's within you. You know what's in your heart. Okay, the angels say you know what you're passionate about, especially if you're a teacher before. Okay, but then with the strength in reverse, you're trying to release what you are before. You try to release what you thought is not really good for you, or I feel like you try to release yourself from your mission work. So fated meeting. So I feel like, guys, if you're avoiding the calling of God for you, I tell you that some opportunities will be avoided for you. I feel like you will have a heartache on finding a job if you're ignoring your calling. Because to be honest, it happened to me when I'm trying to ignore the calling. Since this is an awkward job, to be honest with you, especially if you are in a family of Catholics, people will tend to judge you. And at first they judged me. At first they thought that this is not a good job for me, but once that they hear what I have to offer in the table of what I'm speaking to you guys, they just let me, because they are aware that I have been helping people by sharing my stories and also by guiding them towards the right path. So what you can do here, guys, is that see yourself helping others and see yourself doing the calling of God. If you do the calling of God, you know to yourself that you're on the right path, rather than pushing forward into the career that you're not really meant to. Okay? Because I experienced that. Like, you feel dissatisfaction and unhappiness whenever you're in the wrong job that is not really your calling. But once that you step into your calling, you feel content due to the fact that you know that you're on the right way. Okay, and you don't have any troubles with career. And that's a good news. And the only problem that you will have is about relationships, right? So anyway, that's what you need to think about, number 1. So anyway, this is the outcome. You got the light of the world in reverse. So the angels told me that if ever you don't follow the calling of God for you, you will not experience the stability. And I feel like some of you could be, you're not wanting your calling because it's against family traditions. So the angels say, if ever this is your case situation, don't be afraid. At first, it's hard. Okay? But once that you do it, once that you show to them that you're helping others, the benefit of your work, they will just let you be. And by following the calling, it will bring you stability. Like, you will not find yourself losing money or having the struggle of paying your debts, because to be honest with you, I've been doing this for almost 2 years, and by the money that I got, I was able to pay my debts. I was able to, have a business even. You're abundant if you do God's will. Take a look at Abraham. Abraham is rich. Abraham always have something and very lucky when it comes to money. So same goes if you do your calling on earth. So don't ignore your calling, number 1. Next outcome is the King of Roses. So I have a feeling here that you know your calling already. You're just not taking any action. I feel like deep within your heart you know it. And you're being called on to contemplate, number 1. No wonder why you got the Hermit. Because I have a feeling here that this is your last outcome, like you will ignore the calling even though you know. Some of you will choose a different way or a different path. At first you thought it will be victorious, but then I feel like that is not an everlasting job for you, number 1. Because you know to yourself what is the truth, what it is that you need to do. So anyway, here are your charms, number 1. So anyway, here it is. So I feel like right now you're being called on to purge the pain, especially if you are in fear of teaching or you got traumatized with your past experiences. That's what you need to work on too. And I feel like you already have the knowledge on what you need to express to the world, especially if you're being called on to be a preacher. Some of you are being called on to be a priest, the angels say, and some of you could be online teaching. Don't doubt your skills, because I feel like you have it within you. God will not call on to you to do certain things if you can't handle it. Remember that. Sometimes God calls on to people that they don't know that they have that capability to preach. To be honest. Like example, Moses. Okay? Like he doubted himself. And there's a lot of people or saints who was in that position, but then when they got into it, they discovered that they have the power. That's why God has chosen them. So same goes to you. Don't doubt yourself. And I feel like your calling is more on speaking in public or more on speech. So if ever you doubt your skill on preaching or in teaching others, then practice. That's what you need to do. And I feel like, that will be the one thing that you love to do. The angels say what God is calling on to you. So it reminds me of this card. Like your calling deep within you, right? So anyway, that will be the treasure that you will keep or you will love forever if you manage to work on to your career and put aside your ego or your fears. That's what they want you to do. And if ever you didn't follow your calling, you'll find yourself having this low pace of earning. And it could resonate with this card. Remember that this is in reverse lately. I just turned it in upright lately. So that's why you need to put an ending to the cycle of wanting something that is not for you. Because the one that the heaven has sent to you is really the one that is made for you. And I feel like it will create balance in your career. So follow your calling, number one. And once that you're there, you'll be more appreciative. You'll earn more. And you'll be happy because you know right away that you're on the right path with regards to your career. I feel like some of you has high standards in career. But the angels say if that is not really your calling, it will not really come to you. The angels say what's important is you're aware of what you're called on to do. And rather do it, guys, than to be, to regret it in the future. Regret it when you grow old that you didn't do your calling. Because it will stay forever in your heart. Because you know to yourself that is your calling. So, better do what you're called on to do. And you're very lucky to have that calling because some people don't have any. Alright, so they just continue on going with the flow of the society. So, us, we're lucky. We're called on by God. And we're here to serve people. And our job was really to help and serve others, which is really a good thing, especially if you're into giving, you're into humanitarian act. Now, this is your Dixit card, so you got this, the peace. So, I feel like some of you are in fear because could be in the society's point of view that you have to follow this and that. But by following your calling that God has said to you, it will bring you inner peace. Don't let people drain you. Don't dim your light for them. Because if you follow whatever they ask you to do, you will stuck in their ways and you will have a hard time to earn. Because you will feel guilty within. You will not find emotional fulfillment there, the angels say. And I feel like you have been receiving signs that this is your meant to do. I feel like your guides is with you. And right now, I feel like you're experiencing to be alone. Some of you became single. I feel like most of you are. There's a downfall in connections here. And I feel like you're alone and I feel like it's meant to be that you're in a hermit mode so you can heal whatever you need to heal, the angels say. And I feel like you're really afraid to reach your dreams. You're afraid that people may see you as a different person if you follow the calling of God. And I feel like the fear is eating you up. So if you chose a different career, the angels say you won't be satisfied and happy because people are trying to control you, trying to manipulate you. And you know the struggle of what you will have if you chose the calling that God is showing to you. Okay, I tell you that even though you experience this kind of pain, deep within you, you have that courage because you know to yourself that you're of service. You're doing this for people. You're doing this because you're in service of God. And that's the great thing that you need to be thankful about rather than thinking always in your head about the society's point of view. Because that is what eating us up. That is what, pulling us away from God is the society's point of view. Like we should do this and that. The angels say, so if you doubt your talent, number 1, you need to practice it. So some of you could have a gift in writing. They could be calling you to write a book. Then the angels say, do it or enhance your talent. The angels say. So anyway, here are your cards. So you got happy. This is the overall theme, by the way. So I feel here that you try to ignore the calling by making yourself happy, the angels say. And I feel like you're being forced on to go within by the hermit mode. And this feels like in either way. Like you're avoiding the calling because you won't be happy whenever you remember what God wants you to do. And some of you are being called on to realize that the key to happiness is doing the will of the Father, the angels say. So anyway, here are the advice for you. Number 1, so you got Anna, grandmother of Jesus. Sit in the light, laying foundations, divine plan. So what I have here is that you're part of divine's plan. You're part of the soul tribe, the light workers, whom is here to help the world rise a vibration, the angels say. And since you're a seedling of light, the angels say you need to do the mission work on earth and it will benefit you within. Until the end of time, the angels say, because you know to yourself that you did your calling. You know to yourself that you serve people, the angels say. So, forgive the noise, guys. So, there's vendors outside. Anyway, here is the other card. You got Sisterhood of the Rose. Beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, and teacher. So the angels say some of you are being called on to be a teacher. For some could be priestess or priest. So the angels say to me that it is part of the destiny that you're meant to be. The angels say, and I feel like your ancestors are calling in for you to embrace that because you have that gift within. And you know to your heart, I feel like you have hunches that this is really your desires in life. The angels say, and what you need to do is to listen and accept your calling, just like how Mama Mary accept her calling right away when Saint Gabriel say that to her. Same goes to you. And I feel like the heaven is waiting for you to accept it because you're part of divine's plan, the angels say. So take some time to contemplate and take some time or appropriate action to do your mission work. But before that, remember to have faith, the angels say, and let this reading be your guide, the angels say to me. Have patience with yourself, especially if you doubt too much. The angels say instead of doubting, why not practice it? The angels say. Is there anything else? They said that's it. So anyway, thank you for watching. Those who chose number 1, and sending you all peace, love, and light. Bye. Hi guys, for those who chose number 2, which is the 2 of Pentacles, here is your reading. So I feel right away that you guys could have a lot of new beginnings that has been happening in your life right now, and sometimes you got conflicted with responsibilities, or your hidden talents is approaching you and you don't know how to acknowledge that. Anyway, here are your overall theme. You got the yin. This is reverse, the angels say, and then you got soulmates. So soulmates could be either way, the angels say. We'll see with our Dixit cards. Angels and guides, please provide guidance for the cards so we may know about the career during quarantine of those who chose number 2. One more, they say. At the end of the day, I feel like you're able to do it all of your task at home, the angels say. Feel like you're doing very well in multitasking. I feel like you didn't notice that yourself. Could be some people here that chose number 2. You have struggles in focusing or in multitasking. But I feel like, wow, I feel like it's really your calling to do multiple jobs. If not job, could be, juggling between the work life and as well as juggling your house responsibilities. The angels say what's important is you're doing very well. You're a balanced person, and you need to be appreciative of what you can do rather than not. Feel like the Heavenly Father is blessing you, the angels say. Blessing you with worldly desires. Because could be, since little, you're not, you're not spoiled, or you deny to buy certain things for yourself because you need to save some money for something, or to serve people, or even give it to your parents. But I feel like this time around, the heaven is calling in for you to at least appreciate the labor that you have been, working on, or appreciate the money from your labor, the angels say. I feel like you're thinking heavily about a certain project that you're just starting, and I feel like you're kind of hesitant to invest, especially if it includes money or investment. Don't know what to do. You're confused. But that makes you happy, the one that you have an endeavor with, but you just don't know if it will benefit you for a long run. It could be an artistic work that you're working on, and money is an issue. You don't know what to do. For some of you, you want someone to talk to about it, but you don't know which. I feel like you're searching for a mentor, or you want someone to support you in terms of the finances, in terms of investment. But I feel like you're finding it hard because I feel like some of you, people are away from you, or the friends that you used to know are also in deep struggles during quarantine, since some of the jobs are on the pause, and some people really struggles to survive. and online job is on demand, and you're not sure if you can be able to find an online job. So they asked me to give one more for the exit cards. Probably they want to share a lot of things to you, number 2. They keep on giving. I just let them be. I know that some readers are stopping their guides to say a lot of things or place a lot of tarot, but I let. And so we'll see with your tarots. Angels and guides, please provide guidance for the cards so we may know what is going on with the career of number 2 during the quarantine. 3 more shuffles, they say. I feel like for some of you, you're worried about the virus, like elementals. One more. I feel like you really don't want another physical job that requires you to travel or requires you to work in an office, because I feel like you're afraid of the virus. So this is the overall energy that's affecting the reading. So what is the outcome? So I'm gonna clarify now the cards. Angels and guides, please provide guidance for the cards so we may know what's behind the cards presented here. Please help us clarify so we may be able to understand. Thank you. 2 more shuffles, they say. The angels told me that right now, some of you are healing from a certain trouble or tower moment in your life. And I feel like for some, you're being called on to do creative projects to uplift your vibration, the angels say. So anyway, here is the overall energy that's affecting the reading. So I feel like for some of you, you just got away from a relationship that's not working. And you're currently single, but acknowledge your singlehood, the angels say. Because I feel like you're being stopped by angels to date again. Because the angels say is that you need to release yourself, release yourself from finding another partner, and you need to realize the benefits of being single with the Empress here. Just don't rush love. That's what I want to say to you, because I feel like for some of you, since there's a downfall, you want a relationship right away, especially if you got used to be in a relationship. Some people are like that, especially if they are dependent. So first card that you got is a chess game. So right now you need to take some time to heal from what happened between you and another person. It could be about relationship, or it could be about family, or even friendship. That can be. That's why you're unhappy, and some of you are still fighting with these people, or because of the tower moment. And then the next is the views of ego in reverse. So I feel like you need to take some time to realize that, what's important is you have been released with the people that doesn't resonate with you. And I feel like you realize during this time of heartache that whomever you release was not really the one that is meant to stay. Somebody that doesn't fulfill you emotionally. So that is what you need to acknowledge. And there's an Empress and Emperor here. You got this Empress on your overall energy. So with the Oracle of Delphi in reverse, I have a feeling here that after the breakup, it could be you or the person, someone is upset. That's what I'm sensing. And I feel like you're slowly realizing that the person that you used to date or those people that you used to be with is not really the one that is meant for you, and you're mad about it because you spent some time with this person. But the angels wants you to contemplate about the benefits that you have there of what you need to learn. So I feel number 2, that it is meant during the quarantine that you're healing and you're realizing the reason why you met this person. Because I feel like whomever it is, they're not standing in their power. They could be very demanding or even controlling since they are not on the right place. They're imbalanced. And I feel like you're upset. Could be you have been stuck with a certain individual for many years. The angels say some of you are even angry to God. But then they want you to have this deep contemplation of how it benefits you as a person, because I feel like you grow because of the connection. You will grow something from it and it will benefit to you in the long run. So anyway, first, this is the outcome. Will, wisdom, and mind. So I feel here that the heaven is telling you, please be single and focus on your money, focus on your career. And I feel like since you let go of somebody that's not really part of your soul tribe, that is when you will attract people that are on the same level as you are, the angels say. And appreciate the abundance of not having the wrong people in your life. That's what they want you to realize, number 2. So here is your charms. What's important is life goes on, the angels say. So, they want to share you the song, Feel Better When I'm Dancing. But I will write it to you after I do with the job. I do with the charms. Okay, I'm done with the charms. I can hardly speak. So anyway, you got this charm. So I feel like by your experience with this person, it will help you to be more mature, the angels say, or wise. Could be you're attracted because of beauty, and I feel like during this time you're being called on to look at yourself to see what you need to change. And I feel like if ever you fell for somebody because of beauty, they want you to realize now that beauty is not important. What important is within you. You must fall in love not because of beauty itself. That's what you need to learn as well. And I feel like could be you're easily get attracted to people that are beautiful, and that's what you need to let go of, that kind of attitude. Because if you remain like this, people that are attracted to beauty, you might encounter another karmic again, the angels say. So what you need to do, number 2, is break that cycle of wanting someone because they are beautiful, because it's not logical and it's not even practical, the angels say. Because some people here are like the Knight of Cups, like you easily get attracted to people that are pretty. So I feel like it's now time for you to be logical or practical in terms of your choices with regards to love life. And some of you still upset of what happened in your love connection. And I feel like by the process of leaving these people that doesn't serve you, it will make you as an empress or emperor. But you will only have this if you chose, guys, to take some time to be single and not to find a lover right away. because they ask you to put to rest about finding a partner, the angels say, because right now you need to focus on your career and focus on the benefits of being single, of singlehood, the angels say. And the angels told me that avoid going back to the same process because you will ended up like a snail in terms of your career. Like life goes slowly, could be you will encounter another karmic that's demanding and so forth. So how can you accelerate your career if you're focused on the wrong person that's draining your energy? So you're being called on by the divine to listen to your intuition, the angels say, and follow it. And for some of you, you're being reminded of certain things that you need to remember so you may be able to learn something from the experience, the angels say. And I feel like all of you are working on moving on from the failed partnership. So when it comes to career life, I feel like you don't need to force yourself to to heal right away. The angels say take some time to heal, and I feel like you have to open your eyes on what you need to learn, because some of you are having a hard time to deal with yourself, having a hard time to see your patterns that you used to have, the angels say. Because I feel like especially for those people that easily fell in love with beauty, you're having a hard time to look at yourself. What's wrong? Why is it things are repetitive in my love life? And when the honesty comes forth, you will have some trouble accepting it. So the angels say release your ego, because some of you questions why you have bad luck in your love life. And why? Because you need to break the cycle of wanting somebody just because they're beautiful. It's not really that practical. So what we learn basically is that don't judge the book by its cover. That's what you need to realize. What's important is their contents, what's inside of the book, like attitude, like if ever they are smart, if ever they are not demanding or dependent on you, the important qualities that you need to pay attention of rather than beauty itself. So we'll see with your Dixit cards. So you got this one. So most of you just got out of a relationship. Obviously, if that relationships could be people that are really your karmics, the angels say. And I feel like these people are deceitful to you, like they are against your plans in manifestation, the angels say. And that's why it's important for you to look what's within the book rather than the outside features, because the angels say if you manifest someone that is beautiful, the angels say you will accept them even though they're toxic. And if they are toxic for you, they will just drain your energy, the angels say. So most of you, you're being called on to look within, to look why this certain thing happened in your relationship, because there are certain things that you need to realize, the angels say. And I feel like they have seen you cry. Could be your partner cheated on you, or it could be they chose someone more appealing than you are. That can be. And I feel like for some of you, especially if you're someone that wants somebody that's pretty or handsome, probably this person mirrors what you do. Mirrors that they feel attracted to someone who's handsome or beautiful too. And what I'm feeling here is that some of you are stuck with this connection for a very long time, and you just got out of that situation. So I feel like you have been receiving a lot of signs that this person is not really meant for you because it's draining your light. They're dimming your light, the angels say. And I feel like you're ignoring the signs for a very long time. But then no matter how many times you ignore it, it ended up like this, like you're alone. And I feel like the heaven is telling you, please be single so that you'll be able to be aware of the benefits of being single, the angels say. Next card is this one. Could be you encounter a karmic that is very toxic to the point that you have to pamper them like a queen or a king. Could be this person is greedy, and I feel like whomever you dated could be very pretty, but then they really have this negative attitude. That's what I'm sensing. That's why they keep on breaking your heart, which ended up you being single, the angels say. And I have a feeling here that the heaven is preventing you from finding another partner because you have to face your fears. You have to face why it's important for you to leave a connection that doesn't work out. I feel like you have been holding on to the wrong partnership, and I feel like you have been lonely. And because of quarantine, I feel like it's preventing you as well to find another lover. Because I feel like right now you're still sad of what you've lost. And you're being forced on to look at your inner shadows, the angels say. And I feel like they are asking you, please be single so you will have a plan for your future. You don't have to rush things, the angels say, because I feel like right now you really want another person as a rebound, because you really need somebody to take good care of you, to nurture you right now, since you feel very heartbroken, the angels say. So right now, if ever you're someone that's into somebody that's pretty or handsome, what you need to learn, guys, is that accept people that are good for you, the angels say, and not something that is just tempting, but then they are not really good for you. So I feel like what they made you realize here with your experience, that what's important is the attitude rather than the money, rather than the physical features, and so forth. Because if ever you didn't learn your lessons, you will encounter another karmic that is controlling of you or manipulative in attitude. And the heaven is guiding you to let go of, your cycle. Take some time to be single, because if you miss this opportunity of being single and be appreciative of what you currently have, you will fall again to another karmic that will play with your heart, the angels say. And the angels again take note about the physical appearance, the angels say. The angels say make sure that you look within, because some people are good looking, but it doesn't mean that they are also good people deep within them. And that's what you need to discover, is to look within, the angels say. What's important is what's within rather than the physical features. So I feel like right now you're being called on to be single and to find yourself, the angels say. And I feel like there's still fighting involved in your connection. That's what I'm sensing. Or you're mad at them because could be they cheated on you, as far as I can see with your Dixit cards. So right now you're being called on to heal, the angels say. And I have a feeling here that your friends are distant to you because they are aware that you need to heal, the angels say. Yeah, you're in a hermit mode. You're in this journey to find answers, to break the cycle, the angels say. And take some time to be single, and someday you will have the future spouse that you seek, but right now is not a perfect time since you need to learn something. You need to learn the lessons here. So I feel like it could be also a generational curse, wherein your family could be always dating someone that is beautiful, or somebody that is, gold diggers that just love somebody because of money. That can be. And I feel like you need to break that curse. You need to break that cycle so you won't encounter any generational curse. I feel like, it will also help you to release the generational curse. And right now you're being called on to polish your skills and concentrate on your career rather than finding love. So I told you it could be a generational curse. And you need to break away from it, the angels say. And I feel here that you need to realize that what you have before, like karmic, is not really a good person for you. The angels say they are holding you back from reaching your dreams. That's also what you need to realize. Why the heaven needs to, release that karmic in your life. And the angels say they want you to be single so you may discover the secrets of your life, or certain things that you haven't discovered yet. Because if you find again another lover, you will fall again to another karmic that will prevent you from being an emperor or empress. So take some time to be single. They keep on repeating that, so that your flow in terms of career will go straight away. Because if ever you will be again in a relationship, it will be another hold back in your career, the angels say, or in your growth. And I feel like some of you could be in online dating or finding someone new, but the heaven is calling in for you to be single, to take some time to learn from this connection, or take some time to enhance your talent. That's what you need to focus on. And I feel here that you have friends, but then they are aware that, you just got through a connection that didn't work out. And I feel like for some of you, some of your friends are telling you, please take some time to be single, because that is what you really need to do. You need to take care of your finances, or you need to be someone to create healthy boundaries as well. That's what you need to realize too. Not to give in, not to give the whole packet to your person of interest. The angels say, unless that they prove to you that they are the right person for you. And the angels say, be appreciative that right now you're going in to the other side. The angels say, and you need to acknowledge that, by you staying with your past lover, you're not earning anything, or you're not achieving anything. But by you being single or being receptive to the changes, that is when you will grow, the angels say. I can hardly speak, guys, in your pile. So you got this one. So with this, I feel like you need to change your path. You don't need to try to look for someone new. The angels say right now you're being called on to reach for your dreams, and you have to do it alone. You have to be single, but it doesn't mean that you have to be single for the rest of your life, because the right person will come your way if you do your calling, or if you're on the right path already in terms of career as well. So some of you are being called on to realize that you need to look within. Okay, and again, there's books. Like you're being called on to look within rather than observe people by their physical features or by even their status in life, the angels say. And if ever you're a gold digger, You're being asked on to work with your money rather than find someone who will give it to you right away, the angels say. And I feel like you have a good heart, the angels told me. And what you need to do is break the old patterns so you won't be able to experience the same pain again. And face your shadows, the angels say, so you may realize why you always encounter karmics, why it keeps on repeating in your life. So break the cycle. That's what they want you to do. Because if you don't break the cycle, you will be again in this never-ending maze or in the same cycle. And I feel like the heaven is trying their best to guide you, that you don't have to work on in a current situation. Or I feel like they ask you to focus on work rather than heart, the angels say, because it will just be a hindrance for you to achieve your goals and your dreams, and you're being called on to be single so that you'll be able to achieve your dreams, your goals in life, the angels say. So I'm gonna write now your song number 2 because I might forget it. So let's see. Okay, so I was able to write your song. I will just mention this after I'm done with your tarot. So anyway, we'll see about your theme. So you got soulmates. What we have here is that you have to let go of that person because some of you are still stressed about it, like you don't want to let go. But I feel like during this moment of quarantine, of realization, you find that, you have to let go of this individual since you are discovering that this is not the one that is meant for you. That's why you have to release that person. So with the yin, I feel like you're still in the process of healing. Number 2, that's why it's not yet the right time for you to be focused too much on your career, the angels say. And I feel like with the 2 of Pentacles being here, I feel like, guys, right now you need to be single, because I feel like, if ever you will be in a partnership, that will be a hindrance for you to be balanced in terms of your career, the angels say. That's why I feel like it could be in reverse. Because I feel like, especially if you have trouble still with money, with your career, with your life, then it's not yet a time for you to have a relationship. That's why you're being called on by God to be single. The angels say to take some time to fix your life first. The angels say, and if ever you have everything in control in terms of your career, family life, and so ever, that is the perfect timing wherein you will find the ideal match for you, or that is the perfect timing for you to be in a relationship. So please don't rush love, number 2. Take some time to heal, and as well as take some time to see the benefit of being single, because for some of you, you could be in a relationship for a very long time. That's why you haven't been appreciative or haven't discovered yet that, you can be single but at the same time be happy with your life, the angels say. So anyway, here is your song. You've Got Better When I'm Dancing by Meghan Trainor. When you finally let go and slay that solo, we knew that you could do it. Show the world you've got that fire. Feel the rhythm getting louder. Show the room what you can do. Prove to them you got the moves. 'Cause you're confident, we knew that you could do it. So I feel like it's your guides that's telling you this, uplifting you, that you can slay that solo, or you can let go of that person that you just let go of, or people that are not really resonating with your vibes, they say, and trust that you can do it. that you can work things in solo, the angels say, because you got that confidence, and the heavens say that you could do it because they knew that you can do it. Okay. Anyway, here is what's important is you have that strength within to let go of certain things that doesn't serve you. Number 2, that's what they want to say. So here are your advice. So you got unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. So I feel like you have to let go of certain people that you just let go of, whom doesn't serve you. And remember that you have to break that cycle, because some of you, this could be a generational curse wherein you fall in love with the wrong people, because could be because of their beauty, or could be because of their money or their abundance. So I feel like you need to let go of those patterns and realize what you need to learn from the lesson or from what happened, the angels say. Because if you keep on repeating the same cycle, then same things will happen repeatedly again. The next card is the Age of Light. You've been training for this for a lifetime. So I feel like it's more on base in your life in general, because as I see in your reading, it could be happening as cycles already, and that's why you're in doubt, or you're questioning about your life, why things are not going well with your love life. You seem like unlucky with regards to love life. Well, it's because you have to break the cycle, the angels say. And I feel like the training here as well, based on your reading, could be it's about the generational curse, could be in your family. It's repetitive cycle as well. So that's why, things like this have been happening in your family or in your connections, that can be. So anyway, here is your next advice. Align your life, what is not aligned or needs to change. So I feel like if ever you are always in a partnership and you didn't know yet how it feels like to be single, so I feel like what needs to change for you is to love being single, and to be aware that even though singlehood is very hard, it's a hidden blessing, the angels say. Because some of you got used to be very dependent, especially if you got used to be in a relationship for a very long time, the angels say. And right now, you're being called on to embrace singlehood and freedom, because you need to realize that by dating, by having someone else, sometimes they drain you, sometimes they refuse you on accelerating or achieving your goals and your dreams, and even some of them are hindrance for your joy. And the benefit of being single actually is you doing what makes you happy freely, without people trying to control you or manipulate you. And you can also save some money, because in some cases, in some partnerships, to be honest, they're just draining your energy. Not only your energy, your money as well, and even your time, especially if you're dating someone that's very demanding and controlling of you, and they are complete waste of time. So I feel like you need to contemplate on what it is that you need to be aligned of, that you need to change in your life. Break the cycle and see the benefits of what life has to offer. The angels say, don't be afraid of the unknown, the angels say, because some of you, it could be your first time to be single, and that's why, you're still dealing with the pain, number 2. So I feel like the heaven is trying to make you in this contemplation period, to make you be away with your friends, because you really need to see within, to look within yourself what needs to change and what cycles that you need to break off. And also some of you are experiencing this fight argument with people around you, or even your partner could be mad at you, because the angels say you're being called on to be single, and you're not being called on to remain with the same person that you dealt with in the past. That's why you have this as your overall theme. And you're slowly realizing now that whomever your past person is not really meant for you. So is there anything else? And also, especially if you're in the same cycle of loving somebody because of their beauty, the angels say it's now time to wake up, okay? Not to entertain certain things that you encounter in the past. Meaning, you need to let go of the habits of just wanting somebody because of their beauty. Could be because of their money too. That's why the angels say if you're after people because of money, you know that you can do it. And I feel like it's your guides or ancestors that's telling you you can do it. You can show the room what you can do. Meaning, you can achieve what you long to have from others. So you don't have to be a gold digger. You don't have to strive hard to get the people that you want. The angels say, because you can have it. And if it's about beauty, I feel like they're waking you up to realize the importance of beautiful attitude or a beautiful heart. That you don't have to look for somebody that's only good in bed. You need to look for somebody that will benefit you for a long run. And since you're still in balance of what you need in life, I feel like during this quarantine, you experience certain difficulty in love life, especially if you haven't learned the lessons. So, if ever you run away from your calling, you will encounter another karmic. So please, be advised. Number 2, I know that it's not really supposedly a love reading, but I feel like your guides are trying to point out to you it's not yet the time for you to be in a relationship, because you need to have this deep contemplation and realization in your life, and take some time to be single is what they say. Don't rush love, okay? So is there anything else? They said what's important is you let go of somebody that's toxic in your life, they say. And you're slowly waking up to the truth of this process, of this life in general, the angels say. And learn to be appreciative that they haven't, release you from people that are toxic. And it's a blessing in disguise. At first, you may not know it, but during this time of contemplation, you will understand the beauty of life itself and the true colors of nature. Why you encounter certain difficulties in your life, it's because that is what you need to be put on to learn the lessons, even though it's in a hard way. But then, you're being appreciative that somehow you understand finally why things are not changing, why you're always encountering certain difficult situations in terms of relationship, partnership, or even in friendship. Okay? So is there anything else? They said that's it. So anyway, thank you for watching, those who chose number 2, and sending you all peace, love, and light. Bye. Hi guys, for those who chose number 3, which is the Queen of Swords, here is your reading. So we'll see about your career during quarantine. So this is the overall theme of this reading. You got Between Worlds. For some of you, you could be connected with number 2, but if you don't feel drawn to number 2, then leave it be. So we'll check with your Dixit cards. Angels and guides, please provide guidance for the cards so we may know about the career of those who chose number 3 during quarantine. One more, they say. So we'll see. Another shuffle they request. I don't know why I'm sensing unrequited love. Wait. Probably it's about career, but then they're showing to you about love as well. Probably that is what the angels or your guides wants you to know. Because sometimes, even though my reading is about career, sometimes they are showing you about love life, probably because they want you to focus on certain things or aspects about your love life. The angels say it's just normal for you to leave someone behind or even a current partner just to achieve your goals and your dreams. Could be you're dealing with somebody that holds you back from achieving your goals and your dreams. It could be a family member, it could be friends or colleagues, even business partner or partner in terms of relationship. So we'll see with your tarots. Angels and guides, please provide guidance for the cards so we may know about the career of number 3 during the quarantine. So some of you could cut off people that is not really honest to you, or someone that is a hindrance for your success. I feel like mostly could be it's about people that are users, that are draining your energy, and you're tired of them. You're very tired of them using you for that purpose. So if it's about friendship vibe, I feel like you could resonate with one of the karmas with regards to your person. If it's about the bad karma, I feel like it's the vulnerability, number 5. Number 5 will resonate. Okay, so this is the overall energy that's affecting the reading. So what is the outcome? You could be single right now, number 3, if it's about your partner. So we will clarify the cards. Angels and guides, please provide guidance for the cards so we may know what's behind the cards presented here. I feel like you guys have this epiphany already, or you have been grown in spirituality. That's why you accelerated and you realized that the people that surround you with is not anymore in the same level as you are. Like they are kinda low and you're on top, and you start to realize whom are your true friends or whom are your soul tribe. Sadly, sometimes, we only have soul tribe in YouTube or in some aspects of spirituality, and it's very sad to see the truth that actually your friends are not really your friends. That's really hurts. So anyway, here is, okay, they asked one more. And they keep on giving now. Lately they stop. I feel like someone wanna apologize to you, number 3. Probably one of those people that you cut off. So anyway, here is your first card. So I feel like you took that leap of faith to leave. Okay, this certain individual because I feel like you have been given too much to the point that this person took advantage of you. And you're hurting within. You actually didn't say the truth, could be to this person, that they are, you know, against the abundance, like they are users, could be, in terms of money. And I feel like this person that you encounter really wants you to stay, since, you know, they took advantage of you. But I feel like you have this awakening, because with the sun, you're the head of the Fool. You took that leap of faith because you now know that you're hurting. And I feel like during this time, you're trying to love yourself and manifest your abundance again. And I feel like because the Hermit is in reverse, it means that you already know that this person is toxic, and you take an action, immediate response, that you have to cut them off, or you block these people, because I feel like you realize that you're more fulfilled on your own. I feel like before you could be pleasing people, like you're not even looking at yourself. The angels told me that that is the reason why money is draining in your life. Like you always have money problems because you have been giving and giving to these people. And that's why the heaven is telling you release those people. But I feel like you already release it. You already realize it. But the good news is your wheel of fortune is in upright. Like even though people drained your money, you're always being very lucky when it comes to having money. That's what I'm sensing here, or abundance. Why? Because the angels say you're going on with the flow. You're someone whom is following what you're passionate about. Could be you have a work that you're passionate about, or you're on the right path with regards to career. That's why you're being blessed with a lot of blessings. The only hindrance here is you have a good heart. That's why, you know, you don't judge people. You just give. If you have friends, you love them wholeheartedly. But sadly, these people that you encounter hurt you. So I feel like right now, since you set yourself free from these people, the angels say, I feel like you need some time to heal. That's what I want to say. I feel like you're missing to work in groups or to have a business partner, that can be. But they are somebody that is not authentic. And I feel like you tried to be with them. You tried to stay in friendship with them before. You tried to put a blindfold on, because I feel like you're enjoying with these people. But then what hurt is that they are the Six of Cups in reverse. They are not really your soul tribe. And that's hurting you. But then the heavens say, don't worry, because you're on the right track. You know the truth already, that these people are not really meant to be in your life, and they are draining your money because they abuse you of having a good heart. Probably you don't set forth healthy boundaries. You just give and give to the point that they drain your energy. So I feel like you still want to keep those friends or even partners, but then you have to leave them because, you know, they're not really good people. But I feel like in number 3, you also did that, but then you double think if you will go with them or you go separate ways. So we'll see. This is your outcome. You got the King of Scrolls in reverse. So I feel like some of you are kind of holding on to this connection, especially if you are business partners, because could be you will lose a business if, you know, you will lose this person. That's why you double think about it. But the angels say, even though you're holding on tightly to the wrong person, still the outcome is that you will release this valuable thing with this person, and this person don't care at you even. You look unhappy or you look drained? Will you want to keep certain people that are narcissists, that only thinks about themselves and doesn't think even of you? And they're not really worthy your time, the angels say, and effort. Next card is the Queen of Keys. So I feel here that you will be successful even on your own. But then the angels say you need to transform. You need to put an ending to this Three of Cups, to those people that are not really good for you. The angels say, and trust the divine, that once that you release these negative people, the heaven will send you the right one. You will be able to see your soul tribe, because you can't meet your soul tribe if you're surrounded by people that are not really, resonating with you. That's what they want to say. So if you accept the changes, that is when you will see that the abundance is coming. So please don't hold on to these people that are not really good for you. And trust and have faith that you will have this Queen of Keys. You will have that vibe of being successful with regards to your career or business. So with the birth card being in reverse here, I feel like you guys encounter someone that's not really thinking of your goodness, or this person or these people are not really showing you that they love you, or they love you as a friend. So I feel like you really need to let them go. You don't need to approach them back, because I feel like you will also realize this, that things are not going well in your life in terms of career. You're not accelerating, and you will realize that these people are just in for your money. They are just in for your success, and they don't really care about you. So you really need to release these people and realize what you deserve, or what kind of group of people that you really truly deserve. Number 3. So we'll see. So I feel like you really does have a good heart. That's why, people are drawn to you. But sadly also, bad people are also drawn to you. You're this loving energy. Okay? You give and give whenever. You're a good friend. Okay? If you have a friend, you treat them very well. You're not there just because you can use them, but you are there for them because you're a loving person. But then these people abuse you. They became very toxic towards you. That's why they are your karmic. And I feel like they made you cry. Okay, that's what I'm sensing. And I feel like you're crying as well, because could be you see their true colors. You see their true intentions in the relationship. And I feel like you really have to open up your eyes that they are not really good for you. And they are against your success in life. They are a hindrance about it. And you're really meant to be a star, public figure could be, or you're meant to be abundant, because I feel like you also in this nurturing attitude, you have a good heart. I feel like you're even polite. You're a loving energy, to be honest with you, and that's why people tend to use you. And I feel like you're not happy whenever they pull your strings, whenever they ask you for something. And I feel like you're tired and you had enough. Okay, and I feel like you're really a loving individual. That's why you attract people with you, because you can work in groups. And if they are your friend, you really treat them as your friend. You pamper them. You nurture them even. And I feel like they got addicted with your energy. But then they are energy vampires. They are really someone whom really doesn't care about you based on your reading. So I feel like by you accelerating higher, the angels gave you a gift to identify whom is toxic versus the not, whom are your true friends versus the false. So You can see beyond their mask because of your ability. And I feel like the heaven is alongside with you. That's why you're very lucky with regards to career, with regards to money making. The angels say, and the divine really wants you to have it in solo rather than give it to the wrong people. And someday you'll realize that it's better to help the poor rather than those people that just took advantage of you. Now, anyway, here are your cards. So you got this. So I feel like you are really meant not to be with these people because you will grow if you are with the right people, the angels say. And they are really bad for you. And I feel like the truth is you're surrounded by people that are not really of good intentions towards you, and you only have few friends, and it really hurts. But then the angels say what's important is, you're not you're now away from those people that are not really good. But don't worry, trust and have faith that you will meet those whom are on the same level as you are. And I feel like you really have a good heart. That's what I'm sensing. And you're somebody whom is not a money eater or a greedy person. And I feel like that is what these people like about you, is that you're someone who gives and gives, like you don't care if you lose your money because you're a good person and you have a good heart. And I feel like in your family you could be this way, that all of you are givers. That's what I'm sensing, and you enjoy giving and giving. But then the angels say, sometimes try to appreciate the money that you work hard on. The angels say because you deserve it, because the heaven gave you those blessings for you to enjoy. The angels say, and don't let people destroy you. The angels say, because I feel like whomever are using you in the past, they try to manifest you back because they can control you, manipulate you. And you're a good person. You're very rare to find, but then this individual here made you really feel very sad. So they ask you, please leave those people that are greedy, that are manipulative, or just using you for your kindness. Okay, and I feel like some of you, since you realize this, you are left alone. And some of you even are left single. Could be you're dealt with people that are really using you for money. And I feel like you're letting them go because you realize that you're more abundant without them, or you're more successful without these people. Now, we'll see with your theme. So you got this between worlds. So what I want you to do right now is really cut the cords from these people that are users, because I feel like you're really meant to be a king or a queen. You're meant to be successful. You're meant to be abundant. And you can't have it if, people that you surround with is someone who are users, someone whom is just in for the benefit. They're not really a true friend. And I feel like you're a true friend. You're a loving person. And we'll see with your advice. First advice is break the chain. Ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. So the angels say break the chain. Break the patterns of what you've been doing. Probably, I'm not saying that be someone that is cold-hearted. I feel like you need to remain that beautiful feelings that you have within, or what you really are. You're a giver. So give for the poor rather than give for those whom just take advantage of you. That's what you need to realize. Next, share your voice. Come out of the cave. Persecution, expression. Could be you're dealing with these people and then you didn't speak your truth, that they are abusive, that they are toxic for you, and they keep on repeating and repeating to abuse you. And I feel like it's now time to realize how important it was to be blunt and honest rather than not say anything at all or go with the flow. So I feel like you're a type of person wherein you just keep your silent, and it's funny that there are caves here, as you can see, and this person here is stuck inside a cave. Okay, just looking outside. That outside is really beautiful. Okay, and this is you now that you managed to escape. Because I feel like you managed to do that already, that you release these people in your life. And I feel like some of you are even guilty about what happened, but the angels say just take the lessons, okay, with you. And I feel like next time you encounter these certain negative people, I feel like you really need to express, because some people don't realize how toxic they are unless that you speak out. That's what I wanna say. And if ever you can't really speak, just let them go if you notice that there's red flags. Okay, that's what you need to learn, is to have healthy boundaries and to release people that are not really good for you, because they are a hindrance to your success. They are money eaters, and they are just using you for that advantage. And you really have a good loving heart, so keep it up, guys. But it doesn't mean that you still have to give for the wrong people. And what you need to realize is that it's better to give for the poor rather than to those people that are users. Okay? Is there anything else? Lisa, that's it. So anyway, thank you for watching. Those who chose number 3, and sending you all peace, love, and light. Bye. Hi guys, for those who chose number 4, which is the 5 of Cups, here is your reading. So we'll see about your career during the quarantine. So here is the overall theme of this reading. You got the Tribe. So I feel like finally you met your match or your partner. For some of you, could be twin flames, is what I'm sensing here. But I don't know why I sense that. But we'll see with your Dixit cards. Angels and guides, please provide guidance for the cards so we may know about the career of those who chose number 4 during the quarantine. I feel like during this deep contemplation, for some of you, you realize the true colors of your ex could be. And I feel like you're opening up your heart again, number 4, to this person that you met. For some of you, you met someone online. Or for some of you, you start to date again. I feel like you're trying to find a rebound after a heartbreak. This is more likely a love reading than a career, the angels say. Because I feel like when it comes to career number 4, you're doing very well, okay, during the outbreak. Like you still have income. If ever your business, your career was put on hold, you're doing still very well. You're a balanced person with regards to the money department. That's why what you need to worry about now is basically relationship. Probably that's the only thing that is missing in your life, or problematic too. But we'll see with your tarots. Angels and guides, please provide guidance for the cards so we may know about the career of those who chose number 4 during the quarantine. One more shuffle, they say. So we'll see now. Okay, one more, they tell. I feel like you start to realize the truth of the matter. that you have to move on from your karmic ex-lover. I feel like you have been giving too much to the wrong person, number 4. That's why for some of you, you're really afraid to open up your heart once again. The angels say, because could be your karmic ex really, doesn't deserve you, but then you give a lot to them because you thought that is the one. In all honesty, you're not really what we call this, vibing together. So this is the overall energy of this reading. What is the outcome? So I'm sensing the song Better When I'm Dancing is what I'm sensing. I can't hardly speak when I try to speak that song, but we'll see. Okay, so I'm gonna write down the song after I put all the cards here. Angels and guides, please provide guidance for the cards so we may know what's behind the cards presented here. Please help us clarify so we may be able to understand. Thank you. One more. I feel like, guys, you're letting go of the old patterns with regards to the relationships. I feel like you're more in tune with your money. But then I feel like when you met this person or individual that you have feelings with, it turned your world upside down. Like, at first you're hesitant, probably because you encounter heartache in the past. But it's now time to release that feeling, guys. The angels say. And admit to this person that you have feelings for, that you like them too. So, what you want will start, the angels say. Is there anything else? So that's it. So anyway, I'm just gonna write down the song for you all. So anyway, the angels advise me to use this, okay? So I will just read the song for you after I'm done with all the cards here. So anyway, your overall energy is Hilarion. So what it tells is that you're someone whom has a lot of people around you, but you have this issue of accepting a partner in your life because things didn't go well in the past. That's why you're very hesitant on finding a partner. But the heaven is calling onto you to open up your heart once again. But then I feel like still some of you are hesitant. Some of you are not listening to the call or to your higher self. And first card is the Oracle of Delphi. So I have a feeling here that you're thinking about your ex-lover, whom is your karmic. I feel like you see everyone in your circle as kinda like your toxic ex. That's why you're hesitant to find a lover. Or somebody came to your life that triggers you to heal, and I feel like they haven't keep on telling you that you find the one already, so why are you hesitant? And I feel like you're attacking your intuition, like you will say you don't want it because you have been heartbroken. And I feel like you became somebody that is cold. That's why you have a lot of abundance, because you have been single for a very long time since you let go of that idea that you need a relationship. I feel like you're just denying, your feelings because you don't want to be heartbroken again. Because if you love, it's full. Okay, you're serious with regards to a relationship. That's why it's very hard for you to accept what God has given for you. Now, next card is the Garden. I feel like you met that person, okay? And you guys are in separation right now, but you're not really interested on starting a new beginning with the Ace of Wands in reverse. The angels say, or trying to stop your passion towards this person. But then, I feel like you're being called on by the divine to make an effort to this person. And I feel like you mirror each other. Could be this person that you like is still working. Okay? And you're on the background. Like this person is not aware that you're interested in them. The angels say that's why they're just doing their own thing. And I feel like it's safe for you to love because I feel like the divine is making you felt drawn to this person. That's what I'm seeing here. And I feel like you're hesitant because of your past connections. What I'm sensing. So I feel like you have a huge crush to this person, number 4. So anyway, let's see about the outcome. First outcome is a wishes fulfilled. So there's a tendency that you may cut off your feelings because you will have this anxiety and worry that things may not go well again, just like what happened to you in the past. Next outcome. So you got 2 cards. Let me just clarify the other. So anyway, you have this card. So you got the Sands of Time. So I have a feeling here that it's the divine timing now that you need a connection, the angels say. Because I feel like when it comes to your money, everything is really doing very well, the angels say. You have been closed off, you have been single for a very long time. And the Sands of Time is here. It's now time for you to realize what is missing in your life. And I feel like love life is really missing in your life, number 4. Don't ignore your calling, the angels say, because I feel like you're ignoring your heart. That's another outcome here. With the Buddha prepares in reverse, you're too focused on the money, on the coin, rather than with your feelings. Next outcome is Akashic Library. So I feel like you're being called on to release the burdens of the past and realize that not all people are the same. Because the angels say this is your perspective. Your perspective is everyone around you is like your toxic ex. Okay? But I feel like whomever they are pushing you to be with is someone really that is meant for you. Because I feel like you're ready to have a relationship already, since you're doing very well with your career. I feel like you're money oriented, the angels say, and I feel like you can balance both money and love life since you are a balanced person. And I feel like you match together because even your person is balanced herself, like he or she is someone who is independent like you. And both of you are the same. So why are you afraid? The angels say. If your, ex use you for that, use you for money, drain your energy, then that person is dependent. But the person that you felt drawn to is like you are, whom is, independent. And you don't have to worry a lot. The angels say, so we'll see about your charms, number 4. I feel like you're single, you reached the top. One more. I feel like for some of you, you're being called on to listen to your heart, what it wants to say. So I feel like you guys mirror each other. What I mean by that, this person whom they ask you to be with has the same qualities as you are. Like there's a great chemistry between you guys. Both of you are independent. I feel like your indecisiveness is the hindrance of this relationship. That's why it's not coming forth in the picture. And I feel like you're somebody who's playing it cool, someone who's not really showing that you like this person. You're ignoring how you feel. You're not being true and honest to yourself. And it says here, Always be yourself. Unless you can be a unicorn, then always be a unicorn. So that's what it says here. And avoid ignoring your feelings. Stay true and honest to yourself. And I feel like you're feeling emotional whenever you think of this person. And you fell in love for the very first time, the angels say. Probably you find this person cute and amazing. And I feel like you really have a huge crush to this person. And in order for you to accelerate the relationship, you have to speak up. You have to make the effort with this 8 of Keys here. Because this person will not notice you unless you will make an action. How can this person be aware of how you feel? How can this person be aware that you're in the picture if you're not showing yourself? If you're hiding from the bushes? If you're someone who's not expressing your true nature or your true colors? So remember, the rule is be authentic, number 4. So I feel like it's now time for you to be in a relationship and prepare for the big thing, the angels say, because it's coming your way whether you like it or not, the angels say. Because I feel like you finally find your true partner, someone who will love you forever. So please don't ignore number 4. This could be your future spouse if you didn't ignore, the angels say. Now, anyway, you have been single for a very long time. But you have to realize that by you being single, I feel like you start to realize that you need someone by your side. You start to see that you're nostalgic. And I feel like by you being single, you're able to achieve your goals and your dreams. You're able to grow. I feel like both of you are the same, like mirrors. Okay? Like you're single and this person is too. And both of you are working on with your money, with your career. And I feel here that you're ignoring your calling. And I feel like you have a feeling of a stop with regards to your career. It's because the heaven is calling onto you. Please open your heart. Please stop just working on with your money. Please work on being with a partner, or work on with your partnership with this person that they sent to you. That's what they want you to realize. Because I feel like you have this hurt. You have this hurt that, you're afraid that you may go in a maze again. You're afraid that you may date the wrong person. That's what your fear is, okay? And I feel like whomever they are giving you as your person is very different from others. He or she is not like your karmic, and your karmic is really nasty here. That's why you're tired. You cut the ties. You don't want any relationship because this is what you're afraid of. But then since you found the treasure, don't run away from it, the angels say. And I feel like you're someone whom is, just busy with your work or just busy achieving your dreams. But I feel like you already managed to succeed, the angels say. That's why it's now time for you to wake up and realize that what's missing with you is, you having a partner. And I feel like you're letting your business, your career control you, but look at you, you're unhappy. Okay? I feel like you just put a facade that you're happy when you're not. The angels say, I remember when God created Adam, right? So, God created Eve so that Adam will have a helper and will have someone by his side. And what I'm sensing here is that you have to let go of your fear. You have to realize that whomever that they are giving you is the right person for you. So like Adam, the angels say there's somebody that is really meant for you. It is your other half, the angels say. That's why there's a missing, bone or rib bone with boys. Because, the girl that is meant for them has it. That's why you feel incomplete, even if you're complete on your own. That's why you feel very nostalgic during this time, because they want you to realize that you have to open your heart, that you're not happy being single. You need really someone by your side. You need someone to nurture you, to care for you, the angels say. So that's why you have the tribe here, because you already met the divine partner that you seek, someone who will take good care of you, and there's a potential that this will be your future spouse if only you look at the Two of Cups rather than your ex. The angels say there's still hope. So anyway, here is your song, Better When I'm Dancing by Meghan Trainor. When you finally let go and you stay that solo, we knew that you could do it. Show the world you've got that fire. Feel the rhythm getting louder. Show the room what you can do. Prove to them you got the moves, cause you're confident. We knew that you could do it. So I feel like you're being tested here. Like you should be the one who make an action. That's what I'm seeing here. Because I feel like you can do it. You have the confidence. And you have it all together. The angels say with regards to your career. So why are you holding back your words? Because I feel like you realize now the true colors of whomever this is. That's why you felt very attracted to them. I feel like you're getting emotional whenever they talk to you. So the angels say avoid cutting cords. Just go with the flow and see where it goes, the angels say. So anyway, here is your advice. So you got, I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it Pleiades? So double mission, channeling, and uplifting humanity. So I have a feeling here that you could be a light worker and you could be working on uplifting the humanity. And I feel like you really need someone, a partner that will help you with that. Could be your partner is also a light worker, and that's why he or she can understand you, can understand about your mission work on earth, the angels say. And both of you have the same mission work, the angels say. That's why both of you are meant to be lovers, because both of you will help uplift humanity, the angels say. Next is play, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. So I feel like most of you could be are workaholics, that you forgot to play, that you forgot to, at least have fun. And I feel like you're so serious, you're just, overthinking things. So in order for you to have a good mindset, make sure that you enjoy your life. Make sure that you take some time or small breaks to uplift yourself, uplift your vibration, rather than thinking only of negativity in your life. And there's a lot of things that you need to be grateful about, the angels say. And I feel like you need to be appreciative that at least you met your match, the angels say. Dance with life. Do something to change your energy. So I feel like, you're overthinking things. That's why, you're someone that thinks negatively already with this person. So I feel here that you just go with the flow and see where it goes. Just like what they say earlier, dance with life. So I feel like with the moon here, your intuition is really open, guys. Like you know already that this person is your mirror. This person is like you are. Like if ever you're a nurturer, this person too is a nurturer. If you're understanding, this person is too. So why are you afraid? Because I feel like you will be together in the end. but you just need to have faith. You just need to trust the universe, trust your hunches, and trust your feelings. You don't have to ignore it, because no matter how many times you ignore it, you feel very drawn to them, and you feel that they are the one because they are really the one. And the heaven just wants you to know how much they love you, and they want you to be prepared for this, the angels say. And I feel like if ever you will express yourself to this person, I feel like they are open. They are open for receiving, is what you can see here. Like they will be receptive. Probably they feel the same way to you, number 4. But then, as I told you, they cannot notice you if you don't do anything. So, is there anything else? This is your divine partner, the angels say. No need to hide your feelings for them, because they say that this is your ultimate match, your calling as well to help each other in your mission work. That's why you meet in this world, to help not only yourselves, but also, fulfill the mission work or help other people to. I feel like you need to uplift humanity. That can be. Both of you are light workers. Both of you are the same. So you don't have to worry if they will hurt you or they will be manipulative. Don't overthink things, guys. It's only on your thoughts. The angels say, have faith that this is meant to be. The angels say. What's important is you know the answer, that they are the one. And the angels say that if ever you're called on by the divine to accept. The angels say, you have to accept, the angels say, or else you miss an opportunity to be with the right partner that you seek. The angels say, they might give her to or him to someone else if you don't take an action. The angels say, so please, the angels say, put your guard down, because this person is really meant for you. So is there anything else? They said that's it. So anyway, thank you for watching, those who chose number 4, and sending you all peace, love, and light. Bye.